would like to welcome you all to this year's Powerade National Torch Relay with DCL. Today is the build-up to the biggest secondary school event in the world, the Coca-Cola Games. Today marks the beginning of another journey around the country. Just briefly on the Powerade National Torch Relay with DCL. It's 76 schools we choose this year, and we are starting early. For information, briefly, we normally start after the zones. But this year we've chosen 76 schools out of the many 100 plus schools, secondary schools around Fiji. Just like in the Bible, many were called, few were chosen. For the students, we have 175 students that will carry the flame across for the very first time in the Lao group. The team is looking forward to the trip to Lao starts tomorrow. And we'll be back here in the island of Vitilevu around Sunday or Monday next week, depending on how the allowance will cater us for the coming days. And also to the Vitilevu leg of the relay, and also we'll be going to Vono level, whereby we will also stop over at Malolo, the Ratu Lalambalavu Secondary School. For information, for the very first time, we're also taking the flame to one of the newest secondary schools in Fiji, Nasisevia Secondary School in the highlands of Nandi. And also for the very first time, we've been mentioning over the years that we will go to St. Thomas Baker Memorial School. Over the years, just because of the natural disasters, we couldn't make it to Thomas Baker. This year, we are praying very, very hard that we'll manage to, we'll go to Thomas Baker, and all the schools are looking forward to the flame coming to them. I would like to also acknowledge the presence of our partners that's making the trip possible. From DTCL, we have Salote Taylor, the head of consumer, and also Fiji guests, we have Vanessa, the national sales and marketing manager. From Fiji Water, a familiar face, we have Mr. Jeffrey Smith, director external relations and community engagement. From Pacific Energy, we have Mr. Amit Maharaj, the national retail manager. And from the Fiji Secondary Schools Athletics Association, Master Vuliwanga, and the president, Master Marika Tuinadeva. Not forgetting our very own Coca-Cola Amatil Fiji. We have our local Richie McCall, Mr. Roger here, and also Mr. Elton Varamoy, the sponsorship and events manager. Now, I will ask the partners to start off with a few words. We'll just start off from Vanessa, and then to Mr. Jeffrey, and then to Amit, and lastly, the DGCL representative, Ms. Salote Taylor.
Thank you, Oni. Bulakanaka, everybody. Thank you, Roger, once again for having Fiji Gas to partner with you. It's an absolute honor for us to partner with this particular torch relay, because we believe that carrying the flame is a symbol of unity, and it's a symbol of togetherness. And so for those that cannot be part of the games for whatever reason, whether they didn't make the squad or they just couldn't come to see their family, by taking this flame to each corner of our country is a show of unity and pride, and it makes them feel part of the games. And so to be able to provide this for our people in the community, it's wonderful to be part of. And we've been doing this for many years, and we hope that we can continue to do this for years to come. So to the team at Coca-Cola, Vinaka level, the rest of the partners, I wish you well. We've got the team here, the Fiji Gas team that's actually going with the torch is actually going to be providing technical support to the schools that are out there. A lot of these schools have boarding facilities, have catering facilities, and so the team will also go out and start servicing and showing people the useful ways of using LPG. So with that, Vinaka level, and good luck with the games.
Now to Mr. Jeffrey Smith, the Director External Relations and Community Engagement.
Thank you, Team Cook, Roger and the team. Members of the media, first of all, we're humbled to be here, part of Team Cook, especially as the host mentioned. Biggest games in South Pacific, and of course, of its kind in the world in terms of schools athletics. Fiji Water is pleased to be part of this partnership. And as Vanessa mentioned earlier, I mean, obviously, going out to the exercise. As a former media man myself, we've seen it from the other side, and now as a partner, putting logistics of something of this huge magnitude is not easy. And football is glad to be part of. It is providing hydration, because we know it's going to be hot out there, and hydration for the athletes and also the officials. And we wish Team Coke successful games 2019 and many more years to come. So thank you.
Honorable Mr. Jeff. I would like to ask from the Pacific Energy, Mr. Amit Maharaj, the National Retail Manager, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, the organizing committee members, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our CEO and the management of Pacific Energy, I'd like to take this opportunity and platform to firstly congratulate the steering committee of the Coca-Cola Games 2019. Pacific Energy Southwest Pacific has been an active partner with Coca-Cola Games from the year 2010, so it's 9 years now. We're an independent regional group who respect the diverse and unique commitments of the Pacific region, their culture and identity, in order to deserve and keep their confidence. One of the 4 key visions of our company is local profit for local growth. Coca-Cola Games is the biggest secondary schools athletic competition in the world. So therefore, this is one medium for us as Pacific Energy to invest in the youths of today, who will be exemplary leaders of tomorrow. Sports not only promotes fitness, but sets the early foundation for identifying and development of talents, teamwork, commitment, dedication, perseverance, and early taste of success. Sports also provides an opportunity and encourage youth to consider pursuing a career in this field. We at Pacific Energy firmly believe that the Pacific is our home and we shape the future. By means of sponsoring this event, we are able to fulfill our corporate objective by giving back to our community and being part of you. Because at Pacific Energy, we are who you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maharaj. Now to the Digicel. They are the major partner of the Powerade National Torch Relay. Salwati Taylor, the head of consumer.
Thank you, Team Coke. I'd like to thank our team from the media and our partners that are here today. Also our co-partners, Pacific Energy, Fiji Gas, Fiji Water, particularly the team at Coca-Cola, whom we work with on a daily basis as well. We provide telecommunication services to all of our partners sitting at this table, so we're very proud of that. And we're thankful that we're partnering with all of you for the Powerade Torch Relay with Digicel. What I'd particularly like to thank the media once again. We met last week and announced our sponsorship, which you covered last week, so we'd like to thank you again for that. We're happy to be on board as partners of Fiji's largest annual sporting event for a third successive year in a row. We hope to continue this partnership alongside our current partners. As we announced last Friday, as well as being partners on the Powerade Torch Relay, we're also putting a bit more into the Torch Relay by sponsoring a special competition for our schools. So the school number has gone from 75 to 76. So each school that the Torch Relay visits, we're running a competition whereby the schools can put together a cheer or a chant, where we will provide the winning school with a cash sponsorship of $1,000, as well as 12 months internet for the school to use for communication and education as well, and also a sports voucher for them to use on sporting equipment for the school that wins the chant. There will also be, as we announced last week, a competition for our customers, prepaid customers that use our services, whereby they can opt in to any of our data bundles and win an all expenses paid trip to the Coca-Cola Games here in Suva when that happens in April. So with that, I'd like to say thank you very much to all of our partners that are here today, and may the best school win.
Thank you so much. Now I'd like to ask from the Fiji Secondary Schools Athletics Association, the president, Mr. Marika Ulunadeva, to say a few words.
On behalf of Fiji Secondary Schools Athletics Association, on behalf of the principals and the students, on behalf of the parents, the old scholars, and of course the Ministry of Education, we would like to thank all the sponsors today. Not only for today, for this year, but for over the years. Sponsors bring to the games their own specialty and their own business professionalism. Working together, they have lifted the games every year up until today. And every year, something else comes up new. So that's why it makes the games more exciting. So we would like to thank all the sponsors who are here today, and may we have a very delightful games in 2019. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to ask the sponsors of the games, Coca-Cola. I'd like to ask our General Manager, Mr. Roger Hare, to say a few words.
Bulavanaka everyone, and welcome to the Waivere. It's great to have the members of the media here today. Obviously our co-sponsors that we're very proudly work with to help out the Fiji Secondary Schools Association for running the Coke Games. I think the organisers on the dais here do a lot of work, and you would not believe the amount of organisation and effort and commitment that has to go into making these games such a success. So I want to thank Marika and Mr. Longa for that expertise that they bring to that. This is my fourth games that I'm looking forward to, and I suppose every year the excitement just builds and builds. It doesn't abate. Every year the event gets bigger. Now our 46th year that the event's been run, and Coca-Cola obviously has a very proud history and partnership in the games, which we hold very dear. I suppose even further leveraging that sponsorship, this is now the 14th year of the Torch Relay, which I think very eloquently put, it allows the excitement of the games to be spread around the islands to those schools and those pupils that unfortunately can't actually attend the main event in Suva. So this to me is kind of now the real kickoff to an event in 5 weeks' time that I personally look forward to. And I had the pleasure of hosting international visitors from Australia and New Zealand that come to the Coke Games here in Suva, and are absolutely blown away by the size, the scale, the professionalism and the excitement of the event. I think that's something we should all be very, very proud of what we've built over the years, and long that may that continue, and I suppose further be built on in future years. So I'm really welcome to the Waivere today. We look forward to the flame going around in the various schools over the next 5 weeks. It's obviously getting bigger and better every year, and the reach of the Torch Relay just gets bigger and better, which we love. It allows all those other people to experience the excitement of the games. And I just want to close by saying wish all the athletes that participate in this year's event all the very, very best. We look forward to many records tumbling, but at the end of the day, we look to see fair competition and the school spirits, I suppose, demonstrated in a spirit of healthy but fair competition. So, and thank you again for coming here today.
Thank you, Mr. Roger. Members of the media, you guys will, okay, after. Now we shall officially light the flame for the Torch Relay 2019, and then we'll ask the students from ACS, the champions of last year, will escort the flame, whereby we will go to the front of the Waivere House. We shall ask our guest to please just rise. We shall move the table back and then center our children for the ceremony. So we just wait for the flame that will enter the Waivure Kokolo room.
Yeah. That's what I said. Let's sort that out later. Yeah, go on. That's why we have the safety brief. Remember assembly point?
Oh my gosh.
Too high.
I'm so scared.
Okay, for information, the flame will keep the flame burning. The same flame will transfer into a kerosene lantern on our way to Lao tomorrow, and then we'll transfer it to the torch, but we'll maintain this flame burning. The same flame will officially start the games for this year. Okay? Now I shall ask the two students from Anjita Kambao School. I'll ask our good partners to please follow the two students. I would like to ask the media to also please come out.
former smile back in the days? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! Naka, please join us for lunch. Okay, let's go back to our room.